A lion walks away from a fight. A snake that killed thousands of humans becomes the hunted, not the hunter. An animal smaller than your hand charges at predators 5 times its size. How is this possible? In the next 56 minutes, you'll discover why. In the vast wild lands of Africa, where survival is decided by size, strength, and numbers, silence often hides danger. The grass moves, the wind whispers. Every shadow could mean death. Most animals survive by running, others survive by fighting together. But there exists one animal, one remarkable, almost unbelievable creature that survives by refusing to surrender. It does not lead a pride. It does not command a pack. It stands alone. When hyenas hunt, they do so in numbers. When lions stalk, they coordinate with precision. When leopards kill, they do so with ancient grace. But this creature hunts with something far more dangerous than intelligence or strength. It hunts with conviction. This is the story of a creature so small, yet so feared, that even kings of the wild think twice before attacking. It has survived for millions of years, not by hiding, but by standing its ground, not by running, but by charging. This is the honey badger, and this is the fortress that never surrenders. At first glance, the honey badger does not look like a warrior. Its body is low to the ground. Its legs are short. Its face is flat and unassuming. If you saw one from a distance, you might mistake it for a cat or a small wolverine. Certainly not the most dangerous animal you'd ever encounter. Beneath that simple appearance is one of the toughest animals ever shaped by evolution. We're talking about 65 million years of evolution perfecting the ultimate fighting machine. Not the biggest, not the fastest, but the most unbreakable. The honey badger's skin is thick, nearly a quarter inch of dense rubber-like material. But here's where it gets incredible. This skin is also incredibly loose. Watch what happens when a predator grabs it. The badger doesn't panic. It doesn't thrash mindlessly. Instead, it does something almost impossible to comprehend. It rotates its spine inside its own skin. Imagine wearing a suit made of tough leather, but with so much extra fabric that you can spin around inside it. That's what the honey badger can do. While a leopard's jaws clamp down, the badger is already turning to bite the predator's face. It's not just armor. It's a tactical advantage built into bone and sinew. But there's more. The claws are devastating, curved, sharp, approximately 1 inch long on the front paws, built for digging, yes, but also for fighting. These claws can tear through hide that would stop a knife. And the teeth? The honey badger has a bite force that rivals much larger animals. Pound for pound, almost nothing on Earth bites harder. The bold black and white coloring is not meant to hide. It is not camouflage. It is a warning. In nature, bright colors scream one message: I am dangerous. Come closer at your own risk. The honey badger doesn't broadcast a lie. It broadcasts the truth. This animal does not fear confrontation. It welcomes it. The honey badger's range stretches across Africa, the Middle East, and parts of India. From the scorching Kalahari Desert to the lush rainforests, from rocky highlands to arid wastelands. Most animals are specialized. A penguin cannot survive in the desert. A camel cannot survive in the rainforest. The honey badger? This creature adapts to everything. It survives where others would perish. But no matter where it lives, whether surrounded by sand dunes or dense vegetation, one rule remains constant. One universal law. One principle that defines every honey badger that has ever lived. Using those devastating claws, the honey badger digs deep burrows into the earth. But these are not simple holes. These are engineering marvels, often with multiple chambers, multiple entrances, and strategic layouts that provide escape routes and safe zones. Watch how methodically it works. Each stroke is precise, each movement purposeful. These dens protect the badger from the scorching heat that would kill most mammals in hours. As the sun disappears and darkness spreads across the land, something remarkable happens. The fortress comes alive. For hours, the honey badger has remained hidden, conserving energy, resting. But now, as twilight fades to complete darkness, something primal awakens inside this small creature. The honey badger is mostly nocturnal. This is not a limitation. This is an advantage. While lions rest on their kills, while leopards drowse in trees, the honey badger begins. In the darkness, the badger relies on an extraordinary sense of smell. We're talking about a creature that can detect prey buried 2 meters underground. A creature that can follow a scent trail through water, across rocks, through grass that has been trampled by dozens of other animals. Venomous snakes, cobras that can spit venom with accuracy from 6 feet away, puff adders that kill more humans in Africa than any other snake, black mambas, considered by many to be the most aggressive and deadly snake on the continent, capable of delivering enough venom to kill 10 humans in a single bite. Most predators will travel miles, even starve, to avoid these snakes. The honey badger? The honey badger hunts them for lunch. Watch what happens when a honey badger encounters a cobra. The badger approaches low to the ground, moving with deliberate slowness. The cobra rises, flaring its hood, ready to strike. Most creatures retreat. The badger attacks, but not stupidly. This is calculated. The badger moves with an almost supernatural awareness of the snake's striking range. It understands physics and biology at a level that seems impossible for a creature this size. The snake strikes. The badger is not there. The snake recovers. The badger attacks, biting and clawing with ferocious intensity. And then something incredible happens. The venom connects. The badger is struck. Cobra venom attacks the nervous system. It paralyzes. It kills. And the badger collapses. The battle appears lost. The serpent seems victorious. But the honey badger's body has a secret. Deep within the badger's cells, specific proteins are resistant to the venom. The badger's immune system, refined over millions of years, neutralizes the poison. Hours pass. The badger lies motionless. The cobra remains cautiously close, uncertain if its enemy is truly dead. And then, impossibly, the badger opens its eyes. It rises to its feet. It is stunned, but it is alive. The venom fades. The paralysis recedes, and the honey badger continues feeding on the body of the snake that tried to kill it. This is not just hunting. This is defiance. This is an animal that refuses to acknowledge the boundaries that nature has placed on other creatures. Lions rule the savanna. Their strength is unmatched. Their bite is deadly. A lion's teeth are built for killing. A lion's strength can crush a zebra's spine with a single bite. For millions of years, lions have been the undisputed kings of this land, Yet even lions hesitate when they see a honey badger. When a lion spots a honey badger, an internal calculation occurs. The lion knows it is larger. The lion knows it is stronger. The lion's ego, that magnificent, dangerous pride, demands a response. But somewhere in the lion's ancient mind, instinct whispers a warning. This will not be easy. When a lion attacks a honey badger, it expects surrender. It expects the small creature to panic, to run, to flee into a burrow. Instead, it meets chaos. The honey badger twists inside the lion's grip, biting faces, noses, and the soft tissue inside the mouth. The fight becomes unpredictable, dangerous, uncontrolled. The badger is not trying to kill the lion. It doesn't need to. It just needs to hurt it enough that the lion asks itself, is this worth it? For a lion, injury means starvation. A pride's survival depends on the dominant male being capable of hunting. A lion's prestige depends on it being invulnerable. And so, many lions walk away, scarred, frustrated, having learned a lesson that should have been obvious. Some fortresses are not worth the siege. The fortress holds. Hyenas rely on numbers. These animals have evolved to hunt in coordinated groups. A single hyena is manageable. 5 hyenas are unstoppable. Wolves operate on the same principle. Their strength comes from the pack, from coordination, from teamwork refined over tens of thousands of years. But numbers mean little against an enemy that refuses to break. Watch what happens when a honey badger encounters a group of hyenas. The logical outcome should be obvious. One small animal cannot defeat 5 larger ones. The outcome is not logical. The honey badger targets jaws, eyes, and faces. It understands that if it can injure one hyena badly enough, the others will become hesitant. Fear spreads through a group. Hesitation grows. Hyenas retreat. Not because they are cowards, but because they have learned the fundamental truth. Fighting this small creature is more expensive than simply finding another meal. Wolves disengage. Pack animals understand hierarchy and respect. But respect for the honey badger comes at a cost that most predators are not willing to pay. This reveals something profound about how nature operates. Predation is not always about who can win. It's about whether winning is worth the price. A lion can kill a zebra for 10 units of energy cost and gain 100 units of food energy. The math is simple, but a lion attacking a honey badger might expend 50 units of energy, suffer wounds that cost another 30 units to recover from, and gain only 5 units of food energy. The math changes everything. The honey badger has engineered a situation where it is not worth hunting. Not because it cannot be killed, but because the price of killing it exceeds the benefit of eating it. This is evolutionary genius. This is what happens when a creature decides that the cost of victory for the predator is simply too high. Nature respects this economics. The honey badger chases the intruder far beyond the den, farther than necessary, farther than logic would suggest. Because this is not just a fight, this is a message. The message is written in pain and in memory. Do not return. And the amazing thing? Most animals understand this message perfectly. They never come back because they have learned something that no predator should ever learn, that there exists a creature small and unassuming that will charge directly into the face of death if you threaten what it loves. The honey badger does not rule vast lands. It does not command respect through size or authority or dominance. It defends what matters. A small den, A fragile future, territory marked by scent and by blood, life pursued with intensity and lived with defiance. In a world where strength often decides fate, the honey badger proves something radical. Fear is a choice. Retreat is optional. And some fortresses, some souls, never surrender. Before you leave this video, I need to ask you something important. Did this story change how you see the world? Did it show you that size doesn't determine survival and that willpower might be the most powerful weapon in nature? If it did, please share this with someone. Tell them about the fortress that never surrenders. Tell them about a creature small enough to fit in your hand that has made lions think twice. And if you want to see more stories like this, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications, because there are thousands more stories hidden in the wild waiting to be told. Thank you for being here